After the cold dreariness of winter, summer is finally here. So as much as I'd love to defrost my frigid bones out in the sunshine, I've got some work to do. We're making a fresh start, so it's out with the old and in with the new. So what does that mean? Well, for me, it means exactly that. Scrapping everything and building anew from the ground up. And as you can tell, my office has changed around yet again. So let's go through that. I've changed up my office quite a few times. I think I like it at first, but there's always something that niggles me. So I did it again, maybe 10th time lucky. I also wanted a space that was multi-purpose. So space to do my actual day-to-day work, adequate space for my crafting stuff, which is taking over the place, and the ability to easily create videos for YouTube as well. So I yanked things every which way until I found a setup that worked, for now at least. It's still very much a work in progress, but I'm kind of happy with it. Woohoo, all done. The only problem I'm having is I've got two remotes, obviously, because they're two separate light strips, but because they're so close together, I can't independently color them, which is really what I wanted to do. So they've pretty much got to be the same color, which is a bit disappointing, but yeah. Oh, what happened? All right, let me just pause there. I'm editing this video as we speak and realize I never actually showed you any footage of the completed office, so let's do that now. So over here I have my crafting corner, and in these boxes are stored all my paints and foam and bits and pieces for the stuff I do in my spare time. This is cat corner, aka I don't know what to do with my old CDs and DVDs, and the cats need somewhere to play. And here's the desk. Again, nothing too extraordinary. This is pretty much what it looks like on a day-to-day basis as I'm working. I've added my floodlight that kind of reflects the light off the back of the white wall to do videos. It works really, really well. And of course, to the right, I've got my housemate's Jesus looking over my every move. All right, back to the video. So I was doing a lot more editing work last year, and as a result, my PC was flagging. I built that thing in 2014, and even at the time, the components weren't the best. They were what I could afford at the time. So she was struggling. She needed a bit of an upgrade. And in the act of unplugging one of my hard drives and replugging it in, I lost it. It died. Windows doesn't recognize it. I bought an external caddy to see if that would help. Nothing recognizes this drive. It is dead to me. It's gone. And the worst thing about it, I don't quite know what I've lost. I know some of what I've lost, and that included all of my YouTube assets. So animations I've made, text, graphics, all of that kind of stuff, my branding files, you know, the working files I used to create all my banners and all of that kind of asset stuff related to my channel, gone. And after that happened, I was even less inclined to carry on with YouTube, because it was like, what do I do now? So I left it a few months, and a couple of months ago I thought, you know what, now's the perfect opportunity. I don't want to let this YouTube channel die. I want to take it to its next evolutionary state. And to do that, you know, I'm going to be making new type of content. Why not? Let's just scrap it all. Let's start from fresh, and I can actually create a brand and a channel that supports and enhances the type of content I'll be creating. So that's what I did. So when I was considering the channel, the direction, the rebrand, and indeed the type of content I wanted to create going forward, I gave myself 3 phrases to try and encompass this new direction. So I got out my trusty pen and paper and made a mind map and jotted down all those things that I'm passionate about and passionate enough to want to create content around. And those 3 topics that I decided to focus all my energies towards were self-improvement, creativity and creative pursuits, and telling stories. So the ultimate aim is to align every single video I make going forward into all of these 3 themes, so I can categorize my videos as such going forward. So I've taken some time within the last few weeks to build this new brand. The graphics, the color, the look and feel, the animation, and I wanted it to all represent the new direction the channel was going to take. As much as I liked my little Grim Reaper, he was never meant for a logo. I created that way before my channel even started, and I kind of repurposed him to be my avatar, but he's got to go. So the first thing I did was I needed to come up with a palette that would adequately portray the new direction of my channel. And a great place to do that is an app called Coolers. You can generate palette after palette after palette. If you like a color, you can lock it and keep generating other complementary colors to go with that color that you like. And once you find something you do like, just export it as an image, bring it into Illustrator, and boom, work from that palette. The best way to see if a color palette works is to take it out on a spin. Just start creating, see how the colors work together. I just created some simple text blocks with a background, and I played with different color combinations until I found something that I liked. And to explore it even further, I decided to mock up my new YouTube end screen with those new colors and that new style. And I ended up with something that I'm really happy with. I love how the muted gradients actually look brighter against the darker background. It's simple and clean, and I love this direction. So now that these bones are in place, I can create everything I need to using this initial design as a template for all of the future designs going forward. And the great thing about Illustrator is if at any point I decided this palette had to go, I can easily just recolor everything to a new palette. If you want to see this process in action, take a look at the video I've linked above, and I go through the whole process from start to finish. Right, break time. Breakfast, 11 o'clock? It'll work. There's a fly in my office and it's driving me insane. Get him, boy. But good news, I think we are done. The bones are finally in place. So I've got my new YouTube banner. I'm happy now, but you never quite know how I'm gonna feel in the future, but I'm loving the colors and I think we'll call it done. I've got my new end screen and I really like the simplicity of the design, just pure geometric shapes, very simple. I'm loving that look. And of course, I even did a few stream graphics. I've got stream ended, on a break, stream starting. And the idea is these elements at the bottom, which I might put down here, will kind of animate in a loop. So I'm really chuffed. So those template graphics, ideally there will be lower thirds. I'll have kind of maybe some pop-up graphics, text animations in different formats, whether it's full screen or half screen, things like that. And that will be a living file that I'll just keep updating as and when I need a new asset in my repertoire. So yes, a good few weeks work in the time that I've been able to allocate to this, and we're there, we're done. Woohoo! So how do I feel? Well, I'm really excited about the changes, about what's coming up. I just can't wait to get cracking. I know this video has probably left you a little confused as to what the new content will be. And to be honest, I am myself a bit confused. but I'm going in the right direction, and I guess that's all I can ask of myself at this point. The main thing is I'm excited. I have some ideas over the next few months for the next kind of 3 to 4 videos, and you know what? I'm just going to take it from there. So we've got our branding done. Office is kind of on its way, and the future looks really exciting. So I hope you guys stick around, and I'll see you really, really soon.